All right, thank you, everyone. I can see a few people kind of coming in and taking their seat, so I will drag this out a little bit for them. Well then, let me introduce you to the next speaker on the agenda. That is Janis Thomas. We've had her before. She's always great, and it's fantastic to have her back. Speaking about a completely different topic this year. Janis is, of course, the managing director at Look Fabulous Forever, who offer award-winning makeup for women over the age of 50. Now, Janis is an expert in marketing, e-commerce, and customer experience. You know, she's grown a diverse range of e-commerce brands over the years. You know, has a particular specialism in things like subscriptions, and held senior roles across e-commerce, digital media, and entertainment for over 20 years. So I think coming off the back of Phil, another person offering decades of experience, decades of knowledge to share with you. Today's topic, like I say, different to what we've heard before from her, full funnel marketing. Please, another loud applause for Janis.
Thank you, Joe. Good afternoon, everyone. So, what is full funnel marketing? Why does it make a difference? What is its impact on customer acquisition and lifetime value and on key business metrics? That's what I'm going to be talking to you today. So, to start off with, let me give you a little bit of background about Look Fabulous Forever in case you've not come across the brand before. Our founder, Trisha Cusden, started the brand 11 years ago in 2013. She was 65 at the time, so she's 76 now, the most incredible, inspiring founder. And essentially, as she got older, she struggled to find makeup and skincare products that worked for her skin. In particular, after she'd been through menopause, the products that she had been using all her life were not designed for her. So she recognized that she needed something different. And as she searched for products that were right for her, she realized they weren't out there, that she really wasn't considered important by mainstream beauty brands and retailers. And if you've ever met Trisha, she is not the kind of person to take something like that lying down. So she said, right, if those products aren't out there for me, I'm going to work out how to formulate them, how to manufacture them, how to distribute them. And the business has really gone from strength to strength in the last 11 years. So let's get back to full funnel marketing. So full funnel marketing is about taking customers on a journey to purchase. And that's not just their first journey to purchase with you for the very first time, but also on a journey to purchase a new product for the first time. And it's really about thinking, what does the customer need to know every step of that journey? Not what do we want to tell them, but what do they need to know to go from one stage to the next? And what can we do as a brand to convince them at each stage? And it's really important to balance the activity across your funnel to drive growth. That if you're just focusing on conversion and bottom of funnel, you can only convert people who already know about your brand and are already convinced. Whereas actually, if you spend the time at top of funnel to educate people, then you're ultimately growing the pool of people that you can convert, and that's going to grow your business long term. So why is full funnel marketing particularly important in 2024? We are going through a period of massive change. Cookies are going away, whether it's this year or next year or the year after or whenever. Ultimately, we're looking at a cookieless future. And in particular, we've seen a massive decline in last click attribution, which can only be a good thing, because historically it was really, really easy to track. And so everyone made decisions based on last click, even though it wasn't necessarily what was driving growth. Google for the last year or so has really been focusing their algorithm on what constitutes helpful content. And in particularly in a world of AI where it's really easy to create generic content really quickly, setting yourself apart by creating content that your customers find really genuinely useful is truly going to set you apart. And there have been a lot of changes, particularly in the performance marketing landscape with Advantage Plus Shopping and PMax, which I'll talk a little bit more about later. So we're really trading in a very, very different environment than we were even a year ago. So let me talk a little bit about our approach to customer acquisition and lifetime value at Look Fabulous Forever. So we talk to our customers, that's a theme today, about and understand how do they come to find us. And we know their first touch point with us is generally either a YouTube video, our YouTube channel is huge, through meta advertising, through word of mouth, and that's actual conversations, word of mouth, not digital word of mouth, PR and partnerships. So we know that is typically our first touch point with a potential customer, which is really valuable information. If you don't know that about your brand, it's a really useful place to start. And then what do we want them to do? What journey do we want to take them on? So to start off with, we want them to recognize us. We want them to think, oh, yes, Look Fabulous Forever, I've heard of them. That's the first step. Then we'd like them to know something about us or our products, about our founder's story or what one of our products does. We'd like them to watch a video, either on YouTube or Meta or on our website. We'd like them to give us their email, and then we'd like them to buy something. So at each step of those journeys, we're communicating with the customer in a different way because we want to take them from one step to the next. And for us, telling our story is absolutely vital. We're not some big faceless corporation. Our founder started the brand because she faced exactly the same challenges as our customers do. Our proposition is completely different. So, for example, traditionally, if you buy a blusher, you would either buy a cream blush or a powder blush. But as you get older, if you wear a powder blush, it sits in the fine lines in your skin, and it's not very flattering. But if you buy a cream blush, then older skin is very absorbent. So you put it on in the morning, and you look amazing, but by lunchtime, it's completely disappeared. So we have to explain, how do our products work? Why are they different? We have some great USPs. For example, you can try any of our products, and if you don't like it or it doesn't suit you or for whatever reason, you can return that to us free of charge for either a full refund or an exchange for another product or color. And try going to Boots and saying, oh, I've tried this lipstick and it doesn't suit me. Can I have a refund, please? It's not happening. So we communicate all of these, we provide social proof, we show that our existing customers are really, really happy, and we build trust. And then we really focus on useful and helpful content. So that might be a product demo. So for example, not only is what you need from an eyeliner different when you're 75, when you're 25, but how you would apply that product is completely different. So for us, showing how to apply eyeliner in a flattering way when you are 75 is really useful content, even if you may still be buying your eyeliner from Superdrug. In the short term, we don't mind. We want to be useful and helpful to you, even if you're not buying our product. We provide loads of tutorials. One of the things that constantly amazes me is the vast majority of our customers are retired, but our most successful tutorials ever are 5-minute makeup tutorials. Now, I would have thought if you were retired, surely you have all day to get ready, but they're very, very popular. We know some of our customers like written content rather than video content, so we make sure we provide that. We provide really useful landing pages for things like how do you apply makeup when you wear glasses, not just how do you make it look flattering when you're wearing glasses, but also the logistics of how do you put your makeup on if you need your glasses to see and things like that. We have a fantastic content search on our website. We installed that a couple of years ago, that we had that kind of very traditional website product-led search, and we realized that actually a lot of our customers wanted to access our great content a lot more easier, so we made that easier for them. And that engagement is really crucial to that journey to purchase, because we're building trust at every step of the journey. We are showing that we are providing something useful and helpful to our customers. And this has really helped us in the days of Advantage Plus shopping, that how Meta works has really, really changed drastically in the last year to 18 months. That historically you'd been very prescriptive about audiences, about campaigns, about few creatives per ad set with very specific objectives. Now it's much more creative as targeting, which means that because we can have up to 150 creatives in an ad set, we can put different things in. And that's got two key advantages for us. One is all of our products are designed with a very specific use case in mind. They're designed for what does an older woman need from that particular product. But that means because it's based around a specific need, sometimes there is a group outside of our traditional demographic. So for example, our brow product is designed because our core demographic of women in their 70s tended to overpluck her eyebrows in her youth, which means she doesn't really have much in the way of eyebrows now. So our brow product is a very fine paintbrush that allows you to paint in individual brow hairs. So that product might also be useful for you if you've been through chemotherapy or you have alopecia or something like that. And Meta now allows us, because we're creative-led and not audience-led, we can reach a much wider audience who have that same specific need. And we've found all kinds of random things that you would never have tested because you throw into the mix. Like one of our most successful creatives ever was, and so this is with a sales conversion objective, was actually to enter a competition to win some makeup and some fashion with a partner. So there is no way that that creative should ever have driven revenue, but it was wildly successful. Because if you've got 150 creatives, then why not throw something in the mix and see what happens? So how we stand out. Older consumers tend to be ignored or stigmatized. That if you try to think of a campaign that featured older people doing normal things like Airbnb did a couple of years ago, featured an older couple on holiday enjoying themselves like everyone else does. That was something remarkable. So our audience is underrepresented. When they're included, they are often stereotyped as, oh, a woman in her 70s is a grey-haired granny in a grey cardigan. It's like, no. Women in their 70s are the generation of the Beatles and Mary Quant and the miniskirt. They are colourful, vibrant women who are interested in luxury travel and fashion and homewares and all of those things. So why are their feeds filled with Stannah stairlifts and incontinence pants? And that accurate representation drives massive engagement, absolutely massive engagement. Whereas we show a product, we show a picture of a pack shot of our blusher, we could be any other blusher, but by showing our customers using these products in action, that's where we stand out, that's why we get massive engagement. That's where we're really winning in that ASC and PMAX world. So all these things that we do, this is how it makes our customers feel. So 99% appreciate that our founder advocates for them. 98% feel glad that there's a brand that understands what they need. They feel supported to look like the best versions of themselves. They feel valued and recognized as important. And the stat that I'm most proud of, 85% say being a customer of Look Fabulous Forever has had a positive impact on my life. Wouldn't all brands like to be able to say that about their customers? But what does that mean in practice? All of that's very fluffy, but it actually impacts our business and our revenue. So 80% of our revenue comes from existing customers. 76% of our customers have recommended us to other people, not the NPS score of on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely in some hypothetical situation. 76% of our customers have actually recommended us to someone, and we know that approximately 97% of those people have actually recommended us to someone in real life, in a real conversation, one-to-one, which is much more powerful than a digital recommendation. Most of our customers return. So over 50% of the customers that we acquire go on to make a second purchase. That makes our acquisition much, much more cost-effective. And if we can get people past that second purchase hurdle, on average, they go on to buy with us at least 7 times. So we invest in that journey to purchase. We take time to tell our story, to provide useful and helpful content, to really think about what our customers need every step of the way. And as we build that trust and that relationship, it's a very different experience than, for example, if you go onto Google Shopping and you search for, I want some pink shoes to wear today. You might even not know what brand of shoes or what website you bought them from because you just really needed some pink shoes and you saw a picture and you bought them. Compare that to this journey where we've provided useful and helpful content. We've really explained to customers what our brand stands for. It means that they've really bought into us as a proposition before they make that first purchase, which means they're so much more likely to come back and buy from us again and again and again, to advocate on our behalf in rooms that we are not in. So while we might not see the same conversion in the short term because we're investing in that whole funnel, that whole journey to purchase, it really makes a difference. And what does that mean in terms of this new landscape, particularly in the last year? What did that mean to our financial results last year? So, in 2023, we saw almost 20% increase in revenue versus 2022. But the biggest difference is we spent exactly the same amount on media in 2023 as 2022, almost down to the pound. However, we increased our new customer acquisition by 67% because we were taking that full funnel approach, because we were growing the pool of customers who understood our brand and our proposition and why our products were different and what our USPs were and enjoyed our useful and helpful content. It made our media spend so much more effective. And we do measure NPS score alongside everything else, and we saw a record NPS score. So our customers really, really do appreciate what we do, and investing in that makes a real difference to the financial value of our business. So, in conclusion, you can only grow your business if customers know and understand you. It's about balancing your long-term growth against short-term conversions. Being useful and helpful builds trust and loyalty. And the game has changed massively already, and that pace of change is only going to increase as this year goes on and we go into the next year. I hope you found that useful. Thank you very much.